So, what I want to talk about on this video is to not don't focus on the money. Focus on becoming the person that attracts the money. And I'm going to be talking about my personal realizations. So I've spent over a year trying to get to the point where I've got, I earn a lot per month, say 10, 20k per month. Now I know I'm not very far from achieving that, but I've been focusing on that too much instead of how I will be the person that has that, earns that. And I think it's very easy with how social media is now, especially if you're an ambitious person. And of course you want to do better for yourself, for your family, be able to travel, have nice cars. If you actually want something in your life, rather than smoking weed, doing all that stuff, you're going to be looking towards this way. And I think it's very easy to focus on the money and try focus on pretty much how I'm going to get this money instead of what I'm going to do that's going to get the money, if that makes sense. Now, I spent quite a while building up a personal brand, and it did all right. But my problem was I quit my job too early, which I'm now realizing, and to focus. At the time, I thought it was practical to do that. So I was able to focus on my personal brand, put more time onto my personal brand, and help people more, because I'd have more time to do it. Now, it couldn't be more further than the truth. If you're going to build a personal brand or do something, say e-com or whatever, I don't know, whatever. If you're trying to earn online money, build a business, make sure you've got a stream of income. You don't want to be penny pinching, because all you'll be doing is relying on other people, or you'll just be in debt. What you want to do, have a stream of income, so your energy isn't always low, you're not always thinking, oh, how am I going to get this money? How am I going to, because that's all it did. All it did for me was affect my sleep, affect my sales, how I was coming off to the person, say on the calls, and how I performed as a person. Because I always had on my mind, oh, if I don't get this, if I don't get this sale, or I don't know what to do, because I ain't got much money in my bank. It's not going to do you any good. And that was my problem, is I outsourced too quick. I tried to hire people too fast, and I tried to, say, quit a job too fast. I tried to do things too fast. Sometimes it's good to do things slow, build up to it, because my problem was I had very good momentum, but there was just a few things that I messed up that ruined that momentum. And I'd say it's a very easy trap to fall into. Don't let your guard down, because it can happen to anyone. It's happened to me, but in a way, at the beginning, recently I was quite pissed off that it happened to me, but really, this is part of my journey. In a year's time, maybe not even a year's time, I'm going to look back at this video and be like, damn, he was right, It's just how it is. you're not always going to have life figured out. You're not always going to know exactly what to do. Yes, at sometimes you'll have an idea. You'll be pretty certain, but then that can all of a sudden change. It can always change. But my advice from one guy to another, or if you're a girl, one ambitious person to another, have a plan. And so what I've done is I've made the plan. I already had a plan before, but it wasn't a perfect plan. It was more of just ideas and goals and an actual plan. So go on your notes, write down or whatever. If you think you'd be looking at your paper or your notes or you know, on your phone or whatever, whatever you'd look up more, look, you know, write down on there. And on one page you want to write your note. You want to write where I'm going wrong. Write down all the stuff on where you're going wrong, what you could improve. And on the other page, write my plan, what I'm going to, you know, what I need to do, plan. And that's what I've done. And now I've got a clear idea on where I'm going wrong. And if I'm doing anything else wrong, I'll keep adding to that. And I now know to look at that, and if I'm matching in my day, if I'm matching to those things, I'm gonna have to change something because I'm going wrong in that day. So you've got a clear idea that you're fucking up. If you've already written it down in the past, and you're able to quickly spot it. Oh, I've done this before and it didn't work out. Okay. You know, because sometimes it's easy to forget. Sometimes it's easy to forget where you're going wrong. Forget that you're repeating something that didn't work out before. But, you know, we all make mistakes. This is how it is. One of the best things you can do is try to figure out how to realise that you're making mistakes quicker. And also learn from them quicker. But of course, we all do it in our own time. Some people realise sooner or later than others. It's just how life is. But I've now got a perfect plan, and I'm not letting my ego get involved, because my plan would have been a lot different then versus now. Because I thought I didn't need a work job. I thought I didn't need to work for other people, you know, because I'm better than that. When really I'm, you know, at the minute, I'm no better than the person that's working a job, you know. I'm earning less than the person that's, it won't be forever. Yes, it's a bit shameful for me to say that I'm not earning that much, but I know that within 5 months, 6 months, maybe more, maybe less, I am going to be on 10, 20, 30k a month, because I will be that person that deserves that. But at the minute, no, you know, I deserve to be broke because of the person, you know, my characteristics. I'm messing up on my sleep schedule's out. I'm not being my authentic self. I was being my authentic self, and I was very good at being my authentic self. That's how I got 35k followers on Instagram, because I was my authentic self. But I let the idea of trying to earn too much money, listening to the wrong people on my level or under my level, to tell me what to do, or people had no idea of my goal, my purpose, tell me what to do. And that was my problem. Of course, we all learn. That's just how it is. But yeah, I would say, if you've gotten to this video, if you've learned nothing, then of course we're not on the same level. You know, go to somewhere else where you go to someone else where you can connect with them on their level. Maybe we're not on the same level. That's just how it is. you can only connect with someone truly if you're on their sort of wavelength, or you inspire to be that person. You know, that's just how it is. But yeah, I'm now going to be posting on my YouTube instead of trying to be someone I'm not. Instead of trying to be someone I'm not, trying to be motivating, you know. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to post myself talking, realising what I'm going wrong or realising what I'm doing right, and in a way just journaling on a video. It's easy for me to do this. It's easy to talk, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably do my whiteboard. As you can see, I've got my whiteboard here. What I do, if you are an entrepreneur, I'm sure like some of you may have a whiteboard. I know quite a lot of my friends, they have whiteboards, and they're, you know, when I say friends, like connections in online communities and that I've joined, they have at least a whiteboard. I have two. So I have a small whiteboard that's for my daily tasks. I'm only starting to use that again. I stopped using that for a while. And then this is for my whiteboard videos, and just pretty much any just quote I want to write down or whatever, I write on that. This is just my pretty much anything and everything board. You know. But yeah, this is, I'd say, at least have one whiteboard. Of course, if you're just an average person, you're not gonna fucking worry about this shit. But if you're ambitious, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, if you're trying to do whatever, if you want to track your daily tasks, figure out, say like on here, these are my daily tasks, things that I need to work on. You know, it's good to do this. But yeah, I didn't really know what to do with this video. It was more, I'm just trying to get into the process of filming long form. I'm not used to doing long form. I'm used to doing just short form videos, like my journey, like motivating people, inspiring people, doing motivation content, stuff like that. So yeah, so on my Instagram, Mitch Mills 20. If you haven't come from my Instagram and you've just come from YouTube and you've gotten this far, you're a G, because that just shows that you can relate to me in some way. So yeah, you're a G. If you are from my Instagram and you are seeing this video, then you're also a G. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything from this. It's just more, just practice really. Just me getting into that momentum again, because I did lose my momentum for a while. But I'm now getting back into that momentum. Today I'm actually 20. I turned 20 years old today. So that's why I'm getting my momentum back. I'm getting, you know, I've realised, fuck, I'm turning 20. I wanted to be in Thailand in January and I'm still at home in front of my workstation. And that is because I didn't get too comfortable. I was never too comfortable. I just went back to my old ways, because I was still following my old identity, who I was, and I was still following that identity. But I've come to realisation that I've got to stop trying to be that person, because I spent like 3-4 months tracking my progress of like, so to help people try and monetize this. Like I was tracking my progress of, you know, day 1 out, well, it was daily thing. So I am getting used to this. Daily motivational like videos of, say, day 1 out of 365 of no weed, no cocaine, no whatever. And this works very well for myself, for others. I inspired thousands. I got millions of views. And the thing is, I actually connected with the people. It weren't just motivational videos. It was actually me showing my progress, showing them how to do it, and just showing them it's possible. That's why it blew up so well. But the further and further I got, I started just sort of going back into my old ways, because I was focusing. Because obviously my account grew well, but I focused too much on the money. The longer and longer the time went, once I got to about day 90, I started focusing on helping other people too much, trying to get money too much, other than helping myself, being that person that will just get the money anyway, if they're the person that, you know, deserves it, if they've worked to that point. And then I started getting lazy, started getting inconsistent, started, you know, losing my sleep. I would just look to, say, like watching Netflix and shit, because I was just procrastinating. I was in a very bad way of just procrastination. This was before I relapsed. And then at one point, I just sort of gave up, went and bought some weed, relapsed on that. And then, of course, that decreased my confidence. Then, after, say, like 3 weeks of realising, oh shit, you know, I'm doing this journey content of doing day 1, day 2, day 3 of no weed, no cocaine, but I failed. Of course that's going to play on your mind. For a while, I didn't want to be doing this, but I was lying to the people because I didn't know no better. Of course, if you're having that much attention on you, and you know, it's just I was used to doing it anyway, smoking weed, and I was doing very well, but it's very easy to fall into that, especially with that much amount of stress. So I went onto that weed for about 2-3 weeks. That just decreased my confidence. I was like, oh. Then went back to the coke. Then I stopped again for a while. Started tracking my progress again, doing the day 1, day 2, day 3 content. And at that point, I stopped everything, because on those 90 days, I was still smoking nicotine. And so I got to I actually got to like the day hundreds. I got to day, this is literally just me talking. I didn't expect anyone to get to this point of the video, to be honest. I don't think I'd be at this point of the video if I was watching it, but yeah. I was on day 90 something for weed, and I got to like day 120 something for no coke. And that was the best I've ever done. That's improvement. That's very good improvement. But I focused on that too much. Instead of trying to be without that, I should just be the person that just don't do it anymore. As simple as that sounds, for an addict, that's very hard to realise. You know? Because as an addict, you're trying to stop. But really, you've just got to just not be, I'm not going to say not be an addict, but not be someone that goes to that stuff for pleasure anymore. Not be someone that does it anymore. For some that don't connect with me on my level, they're not gonna know what I'm going on about. But for the people that do, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. That is just how it is. You know, people are only gonna connect to you if they're on their level, or if they, you know, inspired to be like you, want to be like you. That's just how it is. And yeah, so I was basically trying to be a different person without being a different person, you know. But yeah, this whole video's just sort of gone off board, but yeah, this is just me sort of showing who I am, getting back into the momentum of a video, of like long form content. And really, I just want to start showing my authentic self, who I am. If I'm going to build a good personal brand, I've got to show my personal self, who I am, who I was, you know, before, who I am now, and who I am becoming, the person I am being, not trying to be, you know. And yeah, I'd just say that I'd say it's good that I come to a realisation of where I was going wrong, and that I haven't given up. I'm not someone that gives up, you know. I may fail a lot, but I'm not someone that gives up, you know. I'm never just gonna give up, get a job, and just continue just working a job. No, not me. I'll work a job for say like 5 months until I got the money to be able to invest into a mentor, you know, invest in myself, pay my debts, and then I will get to a point of where you know, I'm back in my momentum, and yeah, you know, it will probably take me like 5-6 months of working a shitty job, save up the money, get a mentor, work with that mentor for about a month, 2 months, and then, you know, I'm back on the roll. I'm at that point, I'm at that stage of where I want to be. I've got the plan. It's all about execution and not mental masturbating, not trying to be that person, but being that person. You know, like, this is my dream car right here. I know that I'm gonna have that dream car, but I've been trying too much and thinking too much about that car. But I need to be being the person that's getting that car, being the person that has that car in the future. Obviously, I don't have that yet. I'm not gonna say I have that car now, because obviously I don't. But I'm the person that has that car in the future. You know? That's how it is. And that's coming from someone that doesn't even have a license at the minute. I have a shitty Fiat Punto that hasn't even moved. But I know within a year I'll have that car. Yes, you have to be delusional. But I know someone agrees with me on that self-belief system. It's just how it is. But yeah, I think this video is just gonna be like sort of just left here, left on my account to just sort of for me to look at. No one else is gonna be looking at this video. I'll have it public, but yeah. It's more, like I said, more just getting into that momentum. But yeah, I'm still wondering whether I should end the video here or just continue going. I'll end the video here just so I can, like, yeah, I'm not gonna roll it on for too long. But basically, this has been an explanation of where I've been, where I am now, where I want to go, you know. And yeah, just pretty much who I am, showing me, myself, you know, like Mitchell Mills. I've just turned 20 years old today. This is me on my birthday. But another thing is, so on Instagram, my username is Mitch Mills 20. The reason why my name is Mitch Mills 20 is because I've manifested that I'm going to achieve what I've been wanting to achieve for the past 2 years, 2, 3, 4 years, when I turn 20. Maybe not just like that, but in that space of 20, you know, is when I achieve it. So, yeah. If you have gotten this far, honestly, your attention span is mad. But yeah, so yeah.